Trelawney like a war zone. Roofless building, flooded street, downlight posts and electrical wires, along with countless sheets of sinks through almost everywhere, stood as a telltale signs of the trail of destruction left behind by Hurricane Melissa in the historic town of Falmouth, Trelawney. And as if that was not enough, electricity and internet outages on Wednesday left the entire parish cut off from the rest of the island, resulting in a dangerous disconnection between emergency responders and desperate residents in some flooded communities. Local officials were unable to say up to late yesterday whether there were any deaths caused by the Category 5 hurricane which made landfall in Jamaica on Tuesday. The question that you're asking, we too want to know, but we don't know either if we have any loss of lives that we can see because we're unable to communicate by phone, Marlet Wellington, acting Chief Executive Officer of Trelawney Municipal Corporation, told reporters on Wednesday. Another challenge for local authorities, Wellington disclosed, was the need to get food supply to persons being housed in designated shelters. With the system, you know which shelter needs that, when and how. We are here in straitjacket, like we are, tied up, but we are trying to do the best that we can within the limitations that we have, she noted. What we can tell you though, which you are seeing for yourself, is the massive devastation and destruction that has struck Trelawney. The powerful hurricane tore through the roof of fire station, the parish court office, the municipal corporation building, the Trelawney Public General Hospital, and the Trelawney Infirmary, among other critical infrastructure. Indigents who've been housed at the infirmary were relocated days before the hurricane made landfall, officials confirmed. Floodwaters estimated between 2 and 3 feet inundated main roadways, such as Market and Thorpe Streets, and other roads leading off, which were already made hazardous by dump trees, line poles, and power lines. It's like a war zone. It's the worst I've ever seen, said Newton Kelly, a 62-year-old resident. Samuels, a resident of Thorpe Street, described how he and 7 other family members, including 2 children, held hands and walked through the waist-high water as his roof gave in to the strong winds and heavy rain flooding their home. He said they got to the fire station about 200 meters away, but claimed they were refused entry and had to return to their homes. However, as the hurricane intensified, someone said they had to flee their home again. We had to hold hands together, and the whole we come out and we take time and we go down a Victoria Street. We stay on the plaza the whole time until everything eased up, he recounted. Someone said he did not know where the designated shelters were located when asked why he and his family did not heed the warning by authorities. A senior firefighter confirmed that the fire station fielded a few telephone calls for residents and was able to respond to some. Some places were impassable because of the amount of water that was on the road. We couldn't get into the areas with the unit, so we were limited in that regard, he noted. At the Falmouth General Public Hospital, doctors and nurses somewhere in water boats bravely tried to treat a handful of patients in the accident and emergency unit that lost its roof during the hurricane. A man with a large gash to the head was among approximately 30 people who turned up at the facility between Tuesday and Wednesday with cuts and bruises sustained during and after the storm, officially they disclosed. One nurse described the frantic moment as he and his colleague tried to move more than 50 patients out of harm's way and into X-ray department as the hurricane tore off the roof to other sections of the hospital. The last place that we went to, we thought that it was the last stand, as in the last place after this, that's it. If that get off and the roof gone, that's it, we're doomed, he explained. Melissa revisit trauma on Hillshall family. Denise Sinclair of Bottom Hills, Clarendon, says Hurricane Melissa caused the sinkhole behind her home to rise to window level, so she had to run out due to fear. Haunted by memories of their matriarch, who they lost during the flood rain in 2021, a family in Bottom Hills Hall, Clarendon, was forced to flee their home as floodwaters from a nearby pond, swollen by Hurricane Melissa, poured into their humble homes. Perched precariously close to the pond, which rises every time it rains, residents of the informal settlement paused from their clean-up to share a tale of woe. 47-year-old Denise Sinclair, known in the community as Maka, puff on a ganja spliff that she said to reporters it helps to calm her nerves. Her eyes were blurry from lack of sleep. She said that as the unwelcome water took over her home, which she shared with her spouse, she was forced to seek refuge at her adult daughter property. You know say it spread all about, so you can't imagine me live here so, and you can't say we give God thanks, cause it could have worse. Miss, is me house this, and me have a liquor shop where me used to go and try do something. Me watch ya, and me have to run for me life. Water reach up to me knee. Me have to run, go on me daughter, we look upon me, we live up on the hill. Me carry me suitcase and me documents. At this morning me come back down here to look, my body a shake. Me never want come. And at this morning me come, and me come find him bruise up because him lose control and drop. And him coulda drowned too. Him stay here, say him not come out, and me say me not stay here with him. So me brave it and me leave. Her sister Marcia occupies another small dwelling on the banks of the Pan with her 4 children. As the water rose, they sought refuge with relatives, and on Wednesday, her eldest daughter joined her to begin the task of cleaning up. However, Melissa did not bring floodwaters to their home. The hurricane resurrected past trauma for the family. It was during another flooding that their mother slowly died. The weather. She got pneumonia. When she got the doctor, her eyes red like blood. We don't remember a witch storm, but the place flood. Right in this house. It not have to flood from nothing. As little as the rain, it just have to start drizzle. If we get a good rain, we can't anywhere. The community has been urged to relocate, and while reporters were there, a quarrel erupted between the residents about whether their woes were based on their refusal to leave the area. According to longtime resident 72-year-old Donald Green, the area has been deemed unsuitable for housing, but each time people are relocated, other residents rebuild. The occupants of the houses admitted that they have no claim to the property, but said they had nowhere to go. Trelawney police clear fallen trees after devastating impact in parish. Trelawney police were out in their numbers Wednesday as they worked to clear some of the wreckage caused by Hurricane Melissa in the parish. A team of 30 police personnel, led by commanding officer for the parish Superintendent Campbell, were observed with chainsaws and machetes removing fallen trees which inundated the roadway. We have been traversing the main thoroughfare and doing our assessment, and we came upon several blockages caused by fallen trees on the road, Campbell said, as her team removed a tree that has been blocking the Barcombe Road, resulting in a traffic build-up. We want to ensure that the roadway is kept clear so that aid and other supplies can reach citizens, she added. According to Campbell, the parish was devastated by the storm. Hurricane Melissa really had a devastating impact on the parish, she said, adding that major infrastructure damage included the hospital, parish council building, the infirmary, the police station, and schools. It is wide-range, she noted. Among the schools damaged was William Knibb Memorial High School, the alma mater for sprint legend Usain Bolt. Campbell said flooding in the town posed a challenge to the police, causing them to having to resort to foot patrol. It's a big space to cover, and we're trying our best, she noted. NEPA urges caution near crocodile habitats. The National Environment and Planning Agency NEPA is urging the public to exercise extreme caution in areas close to swamps, rivers, gullies, and other known crocodile habitats, as the animal is likely to be displaced following the recent heavy rains caused by Hurricane Melissa. Individuals are also advised to avoid bathing in or near these areas as crocodiles are likely to move with floodwaters and may be found in locations outside of their original habitat. NEPA urges persons not to try to feed animals, and no one should attempt to capture or harm them when seen, as they may become defensive if cornered or attacked. According to the Wildlife Protection Act, it is an offense to possess, hunt, kill, capture, or willfully molest a crocodile. Individuals found guilty of these offenses may be charged a maximum fine of $3 million or face up to 3 years imprisonment. In most cases, crocodiles will make their way back to the wetlands. However, if the animal is seen in an area outside its usual habitat or is posing a threat to people, then a report should be made to the agency at 876-754-7540 or toll free at 888-991-5005. Individuals may also call 119 or the nearest police station to make a report. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.